What's up? It's Ryan with Planet Cheapskate popping on to give us our rate update going into the weekend so you know exactly what the rates are going to look like when you're out there looking at open houses. Maybe you're a realtor taking people out. You want to know what the rates look like. I got you. So had a long hiatus. I got married. Me and Denise tied the knot. Very, very happy about that. We're adjusting to the living together, living under the same roof kind of thing. So it's cool. I like it. She doesn't snore as loud as I thought, so I'm super stoked about that. Then we had a honeymoon. We went to New York. It was amazing. Food was amazing. We're some foodies, so we love good food. La Nacional is a Spanish cuisine food place that was amazing. If you haven't checked it out, you should definitely check that out. But happy to be back. I'm going to create some new content. I'm going to be doing these rate updates. I felt bad. Again, sometimes I get overwhelmed. Got overwhelmed. Business is booming. Business is going good. Having a record year in a down market, which is amazing. I love it. Kudos to my team at UMortgage. Make it easy on me. I have the best team in the industry. So one thing I want to say about these rates. Everybody's like coming out with, I seen this other thing coming out last week that was like, ooh, I can get you 6.75. Of course you can. Let's see what it cost. I looked at one of the little secrets that I do is I can look at the APR and I can tell like what they're charging. So if you have an APR, they're charging, like 0.75% or anything like that, they're charging a hefty sum to be able to advertise that rate. So if you look at anything and it doesn't include a closing cost on it, that's a red flag. These rates that I quote you are never paying any points. That's the thing, is like my rates can be beat, but the question you're going to ask is, you can beat his rates, but for how much? Because when I quote you my rates, they're never paying any points. So reach out if you need anything. There's a link below that you can schedule a call with me. We can set something up. You can pick my brain. I can actually help you in every single state except for Massachusetts and New York. So help a lot of people all over the United States. Working with people in Arkansas now, working with people in North Carolina, worked with people in Texas and Georgia, all over the United States. If you need help, I can help you as your loan officer. You're going to be educated throughout the whole process. Every single step of the way, you receive a phone call, a text message, an email from me letting you know what the stage is, what to expect next. You're never going to be not informed when it comes to working with me. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to educate you along the way so when you're done, you can say, you know what? I want my family to go to Ryan. I want my friends to go to Ryan because he's going to educate them through the process. So I'd love to help you out. If you're a realtor out there, let's partner up. I'm generating leads. For my real estate agents. So that's something we can do. Excuse me. I have like a little bit of something. I went to New York and then came back and I went to a business conference in Michigan and just picked something up and it's been messing with me. But without further ado, let's get right to these rates, right? Ladies and gentlemen, in my right hand, I have this week's rate update. The rates, they're better than they have been. Actually, when I was taking my hiatus, they dipped into the 8s. A lot of people might say, he was, burying his head in the sand because the rates were 8%. No, I just was busy. But, it is what it is. The rate's looking a little bit better. Not quite, where I'd like to see them, but a little bit better. So before I get to these rates, I want you to understand these are not rates that you can walk into a bank, walk into a credit union and get. These are rates that I get by making 50 of the most competitively priced banks compete all over the United States. I got East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, some right here local. I work with a little bit local, but the most important thing is that I'm going to make them fight and compete with each other to show us the best rates. When you walk into a bank, when you walk into a credit union, when you call them up, they got you on the hook. They know the statistics, and statistically speaking, you're going to go with them. So they're going to give you whatever they can get away with. When you use a broker, you're going to be able to go to those same institutions and you're going to save some money. Actually, the CFPB, which is the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, they did a study and showed that someone who works with a broker saves about, I think it was like $9,500 or even more over the course of their loan. So find an independent broker. Now, you got to be careful because there's a lot of retail people who pretend to be brokers. They won't tell you what they do. They're like, oh, I'm a broker. No, they're not. So ask, hey, do you take these to different lenders, or do you just like, do them in-house? Find that out. But let's get right to these rates, okay? Conventional, 7.875 with an APR of 8.175. FHA is at 7.125 with an APR of 7.847. VA is at 7.125 with an APR of 7.339. USDA is at 7.125 with an APR of 7.581. That is the rates. Conventional, 7.875. FHA 7.125, VA 7.125, USDA 7.125. So not great, but that's what they are. A lot of you might wonder about those APRs at the end. APR on a mortgage only comes into play in the first year because it has all the fees. All the fees on a mortgage, most mortgages, are front-loaded. So they're all charged at the closing. And so if you notice, like on an FHA, the APR is higher. That's because FHA has the highest mortgage insurance, typically. Now that they've reduced a little bit, it can be competitive. It's always good to price out both to see which one has the cheaper mortgage insurance. But if you have bad credit, you're going to want to go with FHA because you're not going to take as big of a hit as if you went conventional with the APR. But that's what the guy was doing. He was like, oh, I got 6.75. Oh my gosh. And he's blowing everybody's rates away. Dude's charging how many points? Who knows? But the trick is if you look at the APR, and the APR is if you notice, all the APRs on mine are pretty close to the number there. Conventional 7.875 with an APR of 8.125. That's within a little bit of decimals there. If you see anything great, like crazy high, like a 0.75% or something like that, there's some shenanigans going on whenever they're showing you that low rate. It's expensive. So keep your eyes open for that because there's a lot of trickery going on. Other than that, hope you have a happy and safe weekend. I will see you on the other side. I'm back. I'm motivated. Going to be creating content and doing these rate updates so you know what to expect. All right? Bye-bye.